Yo, Patrick, you saved the day, bro. I'm not really sure how far we got in the stream, but at least it wasn't too far. Man, damn. Alright, I guess let me just repeat everything I just said. Alright, cool. Patrick told me that I didn't have my comments or my sound on, and I can't believe that got past me. But whatever, I'll just start right over. So Patrick, thanks, brother. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're still here. Looks like we had some support touches along this line. So this line is projected from a Fibonacci, actually, from a high point back in, or a low point back in the COVID crash. We can see this is where it stems from, where I drew it from, projecting to the previous all-time high. So that's kind of how I ended up with these zones here. And right now we can see that price has played this zone particularly well. It's a pretty fine price point. There was some support touch right here. Price ultimately tried to rebound but ran into rejection along some other EMAs, and also the downtrend that was formed right here. So this was a downtrend, and at the time it was active. So when price came above, it breached back below and looked for support here again but could not find it. Flipped down, didn't come too close right there, but I mean it's only a couple $100, about $1,000 off of that range. Then it shot down again. Here we see another retest of the resistance level. So it was one support and flipped to become resistance. Then price shot down again and didn't really reach all the way down to this range or even the 30K range that we had seen once before. So it technically formed a higher low here. As we can see, this is a higher high and this is a higher low. So far so good. This looks like it could continue into an upwards bullish scenario. And right now we've strayed pretty far away from the 200 EMA. So it strayed pretty far in this direction, ultimately had to snap back. That's how it layered back, crossing over the 9, 26, 5100. And basically that's just the average price. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Sorry, buddy. And basically that's just the average price that people have paid for Bitcoin over X amount of days. So over 200 days, people have paid an average about 44K. 44.7K, so it's not too far from the average price right now. It could shoot back down and continue the downtrend as the 100 and 200 EMA still show a valid downtrend. We also don't have the 50 crossing back up under. So the 50 crossed the 200 right here. Technically, this is what can be called a death cross on the daily time frame, when the 50 crosses the 200 on the downside. So that means that here we could be looking for, this could be the confirmation of a downtrend continuation. If these don't cross back over here, price may continue on the downside for quite some time based upon this structure flip right here. But it's not guaranteed. Like I said, we have this layer of support to search for along the EMAs, and also right here we're now testing for support. So there could be a few candlesticks here. This 2 candlestick pullback touching the 9 EMA could also plummet back up. So this is just a very basic, simple outlook on Bitcoin, and now I'm going to take you back to my other chart where all those lines are. Looks like bear flag continuation pattern forming. Yeah, it looks like the larger picture could be a downtrend continuation. Definitely could paint that narrative. This could be trapping people. I just adjusted that line right there. Let me move that back. So this type of formation right here where it's breaking out could be trapping people into their longs and giving shorters more opportunity to feel that downward price action. But based upon what we have, this was an interesting line that I wanted to point out from. It's almost been invalidated, I would say. Here it stems from just a few points, so it does have a few touches and strays through here. Now this was an interesting area of price conflict, as there were these steep downtrends here, and price broke over this one before creating that one at this point, and I had this area of conflict here. Price ultimately dipped way down below and almost fell into that 30K range, but buyers did show a little bit of support over that week and pumped it back up into that support range. So I feel like as well, while they could be the retest of this downtrend here, it could also be the retest of this uptrend, because this was a really large uptrend. It took a long time to play out, but historically speaking, the cycle from all-time high, if that is truly the all-time high, would be a bit played out, but we will have to see how that goes. So looking a little bit closer in now, we can just see that this is pretty steep here. All these uptrend lines, these were projected by That one got a little messed up there. These were projected by these values. This one was by these values. So we have a few different layers to check on the downside. I mean, after such a fierce, explosive movement upwards, it was to breach this resistance point. So price that came down wedged here as well, with this line as you can see, and made that explosive move to retest above and start the uptrend. So now the uptrend's a little bit exhausted, and we're trying to see where the breathing room is. Two candlestick pullback like I was talking about here. We have two candlesticks and then a green candlestick afterwards, indicating that market structure is also broken here as price goes up, down, up, and then again we have up. So price is rejected by this wick, but ultimately closed way higher than it opened. So if we can see something like that here, it could fuel the next rocket type or propulsion move up to this level. And that's what we're going to be looking for resistance next, or at least the next range outside of here that we're going to be targeting to, because once we break this wedge, it's free range up until here. On the downside, there's plenty of room to run into support now as we blew through it. Ultimately, if price continues to come down through here, then it will mean that this movement here was a retest of this or a rejection right here, and price could not confirm above to create support. So that would make it a rejection retest. So let me see what comments got now. Cool, no new comments. All right, I'm going to break down into a smaller time frame now and see what I can get executed. So this is exactly the same chart as this. That line right here that we're seeing, looking over this resistance point, and now forming a bear flag. Let me get this out of the way. So price, not a bear flag. Price is forming a pennant. I won't say it is exactly a bull flag, but price is battling this level right here. If it breaks above, we could try to take a long. And if it falls below, we could try to take a short. So we have a really interesting price action today for the live stream. Let's see what we can do with it. Looks like it's about to go bananas here. So let me make sure I'm ready to go on my exchange. Cool. Alright, so price could possibly see some rejection from right here. Let's take a look at a couple ways to set up this trade. Yep, just like that. If price sees rejection right here, would be the best place to enter for a short. That would make the most sense. You could have a pretty tight stop loss right here based on the short. But if you wanted to set up the long, then you would have to go, okay, if you wanted to take market price. If you wanted to set up a long, I would say to try to wait to get in down here. It's very likely price could come back to this region. But if you try to jump in at a market price, you'd have to put that below here, so it's a little bit worse. Yeah, I'd put it below the 200 because there could be a flash down to there. So then you would have to target your profit, at least, I'd say 1 to 1 would make it 0.75%. So at least 1 to 1. And then you're looking at testing this market structure right here, which I'm not exactly sure I want to put my money on right now. Why is that so terribly off? Okay. Yeah, and then that point right there. So those would be short-term resistance points. 6. Alright, so those would be short-term resistance points. If I wanted to take the short, I don't see any divergence here telling me to take the short. Don't see any divergence telling me to take the long, really. So I'm probably just gonna wait to see how this turns out. Close these off here. Okay, so the ADX on the 1 minute time frame. Whoops, forgot to turn off my other camera. The ADX on my 3 minute time frame shows to be picking up here. I can't identify what trend that might be. It could be this burst candle upward. This also showed the uptrend to be moving forward. Next to no trend on the 5 minute time frame. In the 1 minute time frame, could be picking up on that downtrend. Let me just see everything for a second. I want to remove these. I can see them with my eyes pretty much. It's kind of just clouded my thoughts right now. Tough call, boys. I'm not going to get in just yet. I'm going to wait to see what direction it goes. If it breaks to the downside, we have this much range. Not too bad. If it breaks to the upside. Look at that, man. It's about the same way. Or it's about the same distance each way. Let's wait to see where it breaks out of. How many people we got here? Not really sure how to read these YouTube statistics. Cool. Concurrent viewers. Is that 3? We got 3 viewers right now? I'm not exactly sure. But welcome if anyone's here. Hello. Hi. Should have shared the link with my mom. Sarah was going to do that last time, but damn. I told her about it at least. I just didn't share the link with her this time. I'm going to cover up this label while I take a drink so I don't get sued. Alright. 2-minute time frame's getting a little boring for us. Right. Let's go check out the 1-minute time frame. So what do we have here? Ah, there's some rejection. Let's see it break down. Can I shoot it? Yeah. Let's try it. Okay. Let's go. Alright, let's watch it. Hit the short, right? Okay, let's see how Bitcoin dumps here. Or let's hope it dumps here. The bull flag. That's bullish right there. But let's see how long this took. 28 minutes for less than 0.1%. I guess. Okay, so yeah, that would play out about right now. That would be the length of that for it to expire. And then looks good to go. See her poking through the bottom now. Break through this would be nice. Break down here at least. That'll be swell. Oh man. Be right back, fellas. I gotta go put my phone to charge. Hopefully I don't get wrecked. Back. I'm coming anyway. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Let's see, did we get wrecked? Oh man, we got wrecked. No, I'm just playing, we didn't get wrecked. Alright. The Bunyan hypothesis is going to break out, but who knows what way. Right? That's the essence of trading. You just have to place your bets and see which way it's going to break out. That's what trading is all about. Anyone with eyeballs can see this. This is as clear as day what's happening here. You just need to wager now. Break up or break down. Which way is it gonna go? Which way is the cookie gonna crumble? Does the cookie crumble a certain way? Does the cookie crumble a certain way? Probably should have picked some kind of altcoin with a little bit more volatility if we're going to be doing some live trading. I was watching Waves the other day. Me and my buddy were trading Waves, and dude, we got stopped out. We tried to short it on that pump because Waves was up like 90 some odd percent in a week or something like that. Not really sure. We tried to put a short on it and got stopped out so quickly, so immediately. This is like a 1 minute candlestick pump, over 2% trade just destroyed my measly 0.5% stop loss. I was trying to scalp anyway, so it wasn't like I ate shit, but it was still not the situation you want to end up in, you know. Greetings, what's up? Patrick Weeseable says, hats off to you, can trade this choppy noise chaos as scalping. I usually find myself too slow to think about price direction below 15 minutes. And honestly, I get a little bored whenever I'm trying to trade something on higher time frames. I understand that it's going to take a while for the market to move the way it's going to move, or play in what direction it's going to play, but I mean, I do plan for swing trades too. But scalp trades, just like, after you look at the minute time frame for, you know, really not that long, you spend a few weeks with it, you'll be like, it's just candlestick formations. It's the same thing. You'll see candlestick formations. Like right now, we found this pennant. You'll find head and shoulders. You'll find you know, reversals. Here's a head and shoulder. You'll find all kinds of stuff, man. You just gotta look for it. It's there on every time frame, and you can make a lot of money scalping. It definitely adds up, but you can also lose a lot of money scalping. The way I see it, if I could just get quick profits here and there, just scrape, while I'm waiting for that bigger move to play out, and I can figure out some sense of where the market's actually heading, that's when I'll trade the larger time frames. But, you know, scalping's kind of just busy work. Staying busy, doing something with your time. Boy Tumelo, what's up, bro? Greetings. The Abundant Hypothesis says, I like ADA on the 5 minute. Bit choppy though. Alright, I'll take a look at it. I'm going to keep Bitcoin up on another screen. Oh, I need that one. Okay, I'll keep Bitcoin up right here. Wait, let me see how that looks if I put that there, actually. Yeah, it looks choppy. I'm using that one for white light. Alright, let me see now. Yeah, we already looked at the daily time frame. Cardano USDT, 5 it. Oh, nice. That's a pretty clean layer right there, too. Beautiful. Dang, look at this range here. Oh, you're on the 5 minute, you said? Oh, nice. Got a similar structure there. That looks like it'll break down. Oh, man, I shouldn't have took my eyes off Bitcoin. What's going on over here? Okay, let me see. I'll just keep that one like that. That'll work. Okay. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Almost. Alright, there we go. Not sure how I got in at the bottom of that liquidity dump, but okay. Yeah, I'm not going to set up a position on ADA right now. Perhaps in my next stream I can take a trade on it, but I will give you some market structure if you're taking a look at it. I mean, so we don't have exactly the same structure as we saw in Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin right now. It's got that wedge coming into another wedge, and this is on the 1 minute time frame as well. This is on the 5 minute time frame. So on the 1 minute, let's take a peep at it real quick. Yeah, that looks like it's gonna spill to the downside. Shit, maybe I should take a position in Cardano. See if I can make money on that real quick. That looks like it's gonna spill out. That's a reasonable trade anyway. Let's see. Yeah. But see if we can shoot that. Maybe not. That would be the perfect bounce if it does go up. Shoot. Pretty solid formation there. Yeah, I've already got my Bitcoin position, so let's just see how my Bitcoin play goes. Yeah. Waiting on Bitcoin to do something. Seems like Bitcoin's finding support now too. Hopefully I don't get my butt ate right there. Okay. This is the 1 minute time frame too. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna send Cardano back to the top of this at least. 1, 2 touches. Probably get a third touch there. 1, 2, 3 touches breaking down. Well, that was that. What kind of was already a bearish move on the 5 minutes, but it did look like the bearish move was starting to gain strength. Yeah, RSI is probably gonna burst up from there though. 15 minutes looks like it's already, the downtrend could be exhausted. I don't know if it would necessarily do a dumpity dump any harder. That could be, I could see a pumpity pump from right there. Shoot, any of you guys get any Cardano less than $1? The first time I bought Cardano was at 8 cents. Yeah, and then I pretty much sold that entire hand at 11 cents thinking I was a genius. Yeah, I sold a pretty big bag of Cardano there. Sure did, buddy. Hey, you know what? Though it happens, right? It happens to the best of us. If I would have held on to every crypto I bought, shoot. I think back of all the crypto I sold before I knew what I was doing. Damn, how pitiful, man. I should have done been rich like 12 times over already. You know, I think everyone says that, though. Just gotta play the right shitcoin, I guess. Invest my life savings in some new Shiba Doge or Metaship, I think is what it was. Metaship to the moon. Some dude told me he's like, yeah, man, I just bought $1,000 worth of Dogecoin Mars. I'm like, why? He's like, dude, it's gonna moon. I'm like, okay, buddy. A few days after I had that conversation with that fella, it did go up like 20%, but I don't know if he has the capacity to do anything with those gains. Alright, yeah, let me come back and see what Bitcoin might be doing now. Bitcoin, come on, Bitcoin, let's go. Oof. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. Man, that Cardano play was dumb. I mean, I really never thought too much of the Cardano project. I pretty much saw Charles leave Ethereum project. I think they had a dispute. Reportedly, they had a dispute over what to do with some of the profits from Ethereum. So, in my eyes, it was kind of just like Charles is like, yo, Ethereum kind of blows, so I'm going to leave and do my own things. Basically, copy-paste of Ethereum. There's some slight differences. I mean, yeah, but not really. That's kind of how it started. I don't know everything about Cardano, nor do I know everything about Ethereum, but that's just kind of what that is kind of what the impression I got whenever things were happening. You know, people don't talk about a lot of the history. They just talk about what it is now. Let me bring Bitcoin back up here. Well, yeah. There we go. I'm going to cover up this logo. Oh, I probably already saw the logo. Well, that's a lawsuit. I'm trying to cover up the logo so I can take a drink here. Finished it off, too. Well, out of juice. Gonna have to call it soon. Man, I wish Bitcoin would do something. If that candle would drop off and touch the top of my head, then that would be great. But everybody wants number to go up, so numbers got to go up sometime, right? Why? Why you send number up for? My technical's telling me nothing. That is a nice short-term support bounce there. Ooh, 5 minute could cross into bearish right here. Let's go. Cross bearish into the 5 minute time frame, please. Let's see it happen. Let us see it happen. Any new comments? Let me see. I got in Git ages ago at $1 and sold at $6, but lost a big Litecoin wallet that I bought dead early. No, the crypto gods are fickle. Man, I'm sorry about your Litecoin loss, bro, but shoot, I'm glad you got into Git at $1 and out at $6. I'm really not even familiar with that asset, but that's a 6x. So, oh yeah, good job, bro. You just need a couple more of those and you'll be on your way to riches. God dang it. Guys, call your friends and tell them to dump Bitcoin. Tell them Deadly Crypto's on the live stream and he needs them to dump Bitcoin. Has anyone got BitBoy's phone number? I know y'all plugged up out here. Quit holding out. Can't wait to get on Discord next time. Got some things I'd like to ask. Yeah, brother, we're having that group analysis. Shoot. We're having group analysis on Monday. The next Q&A is about 2 weeks from now, I think. And of course we have the trade all day room too. All right, so yeah, they're gonna send Bitcoin up to the top. We got the trade all day room, so you don't want to. I mean, you can go in there anytime, and if someone's there, you can talk to someone. If no one's there, just start the party, bro. Jump on in, trade all day, start trading. Maybe somebody will show up. I'm usually there. No one's there whenever I go in there. Only one time have I gone to that room and someone else was there before me. But usually whenever I go, I'll sit there for a while and someone or two will show up. So just yeah, in the CU server, go check that out, man. I wasn't there today yet because I've been working on some blogs, some other videos, and now doing this live stream. But I'll probably be in there later tonight. It is 5:30 for me, so I'll sign off from this stream here in a few moments as well. My girl's playing softball, so I gotta go check out her softball game. She's doing so good. Season's almost over soon, so if they can make it to the tournament, if they can make it through, I think the last day they'll be playing is in like May or something like that. So softball season's been tough, but I'm proud of her, and yeah, I gotta head over there soon, so we'll cut off the stream here in a little bit. I really want to see what Bitcoin does here. I want to partake in this. Looks like she's mooning, so let's see if she's gonna moon out through this. What's going on with Cardano? Cardano being lazy. It'd probably do the same thing. Yeah, the minute chart's the most entertaining. I don't know how I can hop on a stream on the 15-minute chart. If I was trying to trade the 15-minute chart on the stream, I'd probably have to be here for like 8 hours. I could do an 8-hour stream. You guys, who would see an 8-hour stream? Who would like to see an 8-hour stream? Oh yeah, Patrick, on the Q&A session, brother. Next one's in 2 weeks. Looking at BTC, do you think it's going to hit 500K within 2 weeks or what? 500K or 50K, bro? There's a big difference there. Oh yeah, fuck these. 500K and 50K is a big difference, bro. Where'd my daily chart go? You would, wait, what would you do, Patrick? I'm not sure exactly what you would do. I kind of got lost there. What would be a week from today? The 8th? 50K by the 8th? I don't know, man. That'd be a tough one. Try and reach 50K by the 8th. Well, shit, that could be a 3-bar play. Could pump up past here. It's possible, man. But look here, we're playing against this down. This is the immediate downtrend line right here. This thing is valid. We have a series of lower highs right here. So whenever price plays into this, if it can break over, then we'll have to play this, and then maybe we can see 50K next week. It's actually pretty possible. Is it likely? I don't know, brother. I don't know. We could get this rejection point right here, and then in a week on the 8th, yeah, we could be somewhere around here on the 8th, back to 42K. So it could be somewhere around 40K, or very well could be around 50K. If I'm just being honest with you, that's kind of how it looks. This is where you'll be getting rejection, and here, obviously, in the beginning of the stream, we talked about support points. What is your win rate at scalping, and what are our... Oh man, to go and look through my data, I can figure it out through my trade diary. It would take a hot minute. I can't figure it out right this second. But usually my risk reward ratio, depending upon like what kind of structure I could see. So right here, this was definitely, well, I wouldn't say definitely a forced position. None of you made me take this position, but look, that would be a way better entry right here for a short. So if I was trying to short this, which I really should have waited to see this kind of move right here. Then I could set up something very plausible, 0.5%. Even, shoot, even point. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, yeah. Let me see. 0.5%. Generally, if I can do 0.5% to 1%, I mean that's a pretty good scalp. Not all the time do I get to run into my 1% take profit on the scalp, and not all the time do I try to set it up for 1%. If I can see 0.25% to 0.5%, like even in this case, that would work. That would be perfect, actually. For this scenario, that would be perfect. The risk to reward is 1 to 2. Setting a limit entry right here along this, or even taking a market entry whenever price gets to that point for a short, looks really good. I guess if you wanted to do it on the flip side, 2 for a long, this would constitute a good trade to me. So that would be 0.5%. It's perfect, right inside that range. And then let's zoom out a bit. I'm sorry, 0.25%. So 1 to 2, and then we'll just see where we can fit this. So like if I'm trying to short, that's a good placement for that. If I'm trying to long, and I set this up, okay, here's my market entry. Well, you know, price could come to this point because we did have some swing lows right here. It's less likely for price to come outside of this range and rebound. Price could come down here and rebound, but it's less likely for price to come out of this range and rebound. If price falls out of this flag down, it's more than likely just going to break all the way down. And if it comes out of here and breaks up, it's more than likely just going to break all the way up. That's why a stop loss here makes sense, because if this structure is broken, price is probably going to continue in that direction for a good minute. So that's why you want to have a stop loss right there. And that's why if you wanted to place your long here, this is a good place for a long because you're getting in at the bottom. If it does break out, you're already positioned for a 0.5% advantage before the breakout. And if it fails to break out, then as soon as it gets below here, well, it's likely that price is going to shoot back down to the next region here, which we've identified. So we'd want to get stopped out and try to recalculate. So that's kind of how I would, just depending upon what the market gives me, is how I would set up my risk to reward ratio. Well, I usually try to do at least 1 to 1. If I can get 1 to 2, I want to do that. Patrick would love to see an 8-hour stream. Let's go. Let's go. Man, I might have to get some energy drinks up in here. I'm going to have to make sure I do everything because I do a lot of stuff in a day. I'm not going to talk about everything I do in a day, but now I have to wake up really early to do that stuff in a day. And then I have to be like from 9 to 5 or 10 to 6. My 10 to 6. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how... we'll see what kind of demand we have for it. So far, one guy wants to see an 8-hour stream. I'm sure we'll have plenty of people jump in and out, though, at that point. But, yeah. Let me see. Let me keep going here. Sorry, I'm in South Africa, so we use rands. Oh, okay. 500K rands. I don't know what that conversion is, but I did give it to 50K, so I hope that will suffice for you for now. Patrick would try to set up 1 to 3, but his win rate is too low to break even still, though. Well, I mean, just because you set up, like, just because I have this risk to reward ratio here, no matter what trade was going to be taken, you don't have to try to ride it all the way to the bottom. If you see that prices, I mean, there's a seemingly support right here along this line. So if you get into profits right here, you could just go ahead and close for profits. There's no reason for you to be like, I have to wait for it to go to my goal, or I have to wait for it to reach my stop loss. You can just cut it off right there. You set up the take profit, you set up the risk to reward ratio to make sense and to ride it all the way to the end. But while the trade is happening, you can make any kind of call or, call an audible at any time and make changes to your trade. Take profits or cut losses, you know. It's all up to you. Sometimes cannot go past 25%. If you're using leverage, 25% is pretty easy to attain. You can use like up to 25x with a small amount and get a 25% return on investment off a really small movement. Like, depending upon what kind of leverage, sometimes even 1%, like 0.5%. But that's using some crazy leverage. So it's not really too hard to find some of those scenarios. The Bunnet hypothesis says he's making some trading bots and backtesting strategies. Be surprised at how many that look good aren't profitable. I know, right? Backtesting definitely does have some flaws. I mean, there can be some profitability in applying a strategy that you have backtested, but forward testing is always recommended. I would say is required, really. And even if you forward test, you never really know which one of those trades is going to be the bad one that you're trying to curve from your sample. But hey, if you're following a strategy, if you're following a strategy as it demands, then that's what it takes. Thanks for the explanation. Yes, sir. You're welcome. And of course, too, I got a video about risk to rewards. It might explain it a little bit more in detail. This was actually a very accurate example for us to participate in since this wedge is happening. But yeah, I definitely have content on the risk to reward ratio, so you can check that out too after the stream. Which I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut off, fellas, so I can make sure I get to my girls softball game. So I will schedule this one. I scheduled like right as it was about to occur because I didn't really know what I didn't know what I was doing. So the live streaming on YouTube is new to me, and whenever I pressed schedule, I didn't know if it was going to start immediately or not. So I scheduled this one. Worked out okay. I'm gonna set up another stream soon whenever I get back from the game, so that way I'll have it scheduled and you can know what time to meet up here. It won't be the 8-hour stream, but we'll talk about that and we'll see who all would like to attend and how I can plan that in my planner, because 8 hours, that's a whole work day. But yeah, we'll see you guys. Thanks for coming to this one. Let me see these comments here. Will it be in and out or long trades? Probably a bunch of scalping and a bunch of a couple of day trades. I can't get a swing trade into 8 hours. I'll definitely do a lot of scalping, so you'll see what it's really like to sit here and scalp for 8 hours a day. And I'll see you at the beginning of the morning. I'm gonna take a look at the market and see where I think it'll be in the next 5 to 8 hours, because I'm gonna be sitting in front of the screen for that long. So I will try to take 1 or 2 positions to see if my hypothesis was correct. So that's how I'll do that. Mini Jeep, what basics do you use to make short entries? It kind of just depends on the market. It depends if the market presents an opportunity for a short or a long. If I can see, what we use as traders is something called like signals. So if we see price, like example, butting up against resistance, that would signal to us we need to try to find a short. Or if it's butting up against support, that would mean that we need to find a position to take long, right? If it's butting up against resistance, then we probably want to go short on that. But if it breaks over the resistance line, right? I just wrote an article about this actually on Crypto University. It's a free blog about horizontal support and resistance, but the same thing for dynamic support and resistance. If price breaks over it, then you no longer want to short that position. You want to try and long it. Right, it could be a fake out. So there's a lot of different things that play into trading to where you could determine if this is really the market movement we're hoping to see, or if it's a fake out. So you're just gonna have to kind of familiarize yourself with market structures and different scenarios that you would like to, or that you can see from the market and be like, hey, based upon your trading, I've done this before, and this happened. So if I do this, this is probably gonna happen again. And that's how you can start to ration if you want to go long or short in a proper scenario. So yeah, thanks, Bunnet. I will have fun. Mini Jeep asked me about that, so I just had to get that in there. I didn't want to just leave as soon as he asked the question. How rude. So thanks, guys. Thanks for coming. And I'm going to go ahead and close that position now. Barely at a break even, so let me just make sure I can get that closed. Actually, smart trade. Yeah. So I tried to take that short. Damn, I wish I could pay attention to it. Let me go up here. So I tried to take the short during the start of this video, or somewhere along this video. My exchange effed me. I got in at a pretty bad price. So now it's just actually in profits. So I was trying to get it up on screen for you without showing any of my other information. So here's where the entry came in. I don't know why the hell it's at the bottom of that candle. Now it's shooting down for the short. I wish I could stay in the stream and watch this longer, but I gotta go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and close it for the profits. We'll just close that market price right there. It's only a couple bucks. Like I said, I wish I could have wrote it longer, but I'm just happy to get off with profits. I was about to close that for a loss. Damn, and Bitcoin's dumping too. Bitcoin's dumping. So yeah, that would have been the perfect trade, but we didn't get that trade. I did show you the trade we just took. Thanks, fellas. I'm going to go watch my girl play some softball. Bye, everyone.